So we are at Bharat Mobility Global Expo 2025 where Tata Motors has unveiled about 32 commercial and passenger vehicles. And to know more about it, we have Mr. Vivek Shrivastava with us. First of all, Vivek, thank you for joining us.
My pleasure.
First of all, 32 vehicles launching, unveiling for 2025. Of course, it's mind-boggling. Please walk us through first.
I think Tata Motors overall has been on the growth path. Talking about the in the PV and the EV side, obviously we are focusing on areas where there is a lot of consumer growth. On one side we have the SUVs. So all three vehicles you see today unveiled is on SUVs. We bought back a heritage brand, a legacy brand of Sierra. Absolutely technology-packed version of the Harrier with the Harrier.ev, and a vision of how we see technology panning out in automotive in the future, not long future, immediate future, I would say, with the Avinya. So we are very excited, focusing a lot on high growth areas like SUVs, sustainability with our EVs as well as CNG. But the overall theme, like I said, very future focused. The theme of our stall is boundless future. So unlimited future is what we are looking at.
Correct. So as we know that Tata Motors, especially in the EV category, you guys are the market leaders, almost 65% to 70 market share. You have the biggest pie with you. How do you see the EV market growing henceforth, considering the fact that there are few challenges that customers are still concerned about? That could be range anxiety, that could be charging infrastructure. So what has been the Tata Motors plan to actually convince those potential buyers and customers?
So I think firstly I want to straight up say that this year I think is going to be a great of huge growth for EV. There was a little bit of plateauing out last year. Multiple factors. I think there was uncertainty in consumers' minds because prices were coming down. A lot of new models were expected to come in. So there was a bit of wait and watch. And when you have a very small sub-segment who are waiting and watching, the growth does get affected. But actually the credit is that it did not bottom out. It kept going at about 7,000 numbers a month. But if you look at all parameters in terms of digital data on how many consumers are interested in EV, how many searches are happening, that has been growing. So just under the surface, there's a lot of demand. And this year in Auto Expo, most of the new launches are EVs. I think this year consumers will realize that EV is the only sustainable means of mobility in the future. EV is powered by green energy, is the only zero carbon solution. There have been little question marks on technology. There have been many different narratives around hybrids and EV, but I think this year with all the manufacturers getting in with their EV versions, consumers will be clear that this is the technology of the future. I don't need to wait more, I will buy. So yeah. I believe that it will be a turnaround in terms of EV this year.
So right behind us we can see Sierra. You guys are bringing up this legacy brand yet again. Tata Motors is known for its comeback of those legacy brands. That could be Safari, now Sierra. How do you want to see these legacy brands to come in to the modern era, modern customers? And do you also have some more plans to revive some more legacy brands under Tata Motors kitty?
See, I think how do we want to get back the legacy brands is to keep the spirit of the brand intact. If you go back to Sierra, 1990s when it was initially launched, India was a very different place. And Sierra really was the first automotive product that opened out imagination of consumer that what can be.
Correct.
Automotive is not just A to B of safe travel, but you can do much more. It can be a lifestyle. I would say it was a first lifestyle product in the automotive industry from India.
Yep.
What it opened out was that I could do so much more with my car. It can be an extension of my personality. I can have adventure. So that spirit of the brand we will maintain. But where it gets modernized is the technology and the design. While we pay ode to the key design elements of the older car, we also modernize it. Here while you see the legacy parts of the design being maintained, nobody will say that this is an old car. It's like absolutely new and going to be new for a long time. Yeah. So it is a balance between the spirit of the brand and modernity of tech and design which is going to really work.
So my last question here is that since Tata Motors is focusing more towards the EV and you guys are the market players, my question here is that how are you leveraging IoT and AI to actually enhance the experience, the driving experience of customers, and what are your plans for expanding this portfolio?
I think AI is a key enabler in streamlining a lot of processes.
Yeah.
Repetitive testing. In fact, even consumer behavior, we are starting to kind of predict using AI.
Yeah.
It is going to be very much an embedded part of all tech. Is the way I see it. You don't need to separately take in AI and put. It's going to be part of the processes, part of the tech.
Correct.
And with EVs getting more and more towards autonomy, AI has to be part of it, in terms of predicting, traffic, in terms of predicting consumer movement. It's a part of tech, it's inevitable. So more and more you will start seeing instances of AI being used, and especially on the autonomous side is the way we look at it.
Thank you so much, Vivek. Thanks for joining us, and all the very best for 2025.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.